Devin Keith, a popular figure and famous figure, in a lot of people's words, member of City Council, was arrested this afternoon at that Walmart on University Avenue for shoplifting.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now. I want to talk a little bit about the arrest of Huntsville City Councilman Devin Keith for stealing from a Walmart in Huntsville.
A Huntsville City Council member is facing theft charges.
Police arrested Councilmember Devin Keith this afternoon for theft. He was taken to the Madison County Jail and he was released just after 5:30 this evening. News 19's Archie Snowden has been following this story for us all day and joins us live tonight with the latest. Archie.
Emily and Greg, Devin Keith, a popular figure and famous figure, in a lot of people's words, member of City Council, was arrested this afternoon at that Walmart on University Avenue for shoplifting. Now, on social media, folks have responded, his associates have responded with both shock and dismay. Now, Keith was charged with one count of theft of property and shoplifting of items totaling $500 or less. The misdemeanor charge carries a possible jail sentence of up to 1 year in jail. Now, police were dispatched to that store around 1 p.m. this afternoon on an unrelated call, but during that call, officers were alerted to a suspected shoplifter. Keith's booking photo immediately appeared on social media following his arrest. As the news began to spread, people we spoke to declined to appear on camera, but responded with mixed reaction to his arrest.
Now, first off, I would disagree with the framing of a lot of this reporting here that Devin Keith is some respected individual, because I don't think that's necessarily true, and it definitely shouldn't be true now. In the past, I've had run-ins with Devin Keith. I know that comes as a big surprise to a lot of people, where he came on my radio show after an incident at a gas station in North Alabama, and we talked about resisting the police and how that needs to stop. He and I had an agreement that he would record a PSA with me about the need to stop resisting, and in exchange, I would allow somebody to tase me. Yes, it was a radio thing. It is what it is. He made that agreement. And then people in his community started taking him to task because he believed and said repeatedly that people need to stop resisting the police. He claims that never happened. That, of course, is a lie.
To the PSA, which is the most important thing. He makes the parlay at the end of it that says, oh, I'll go do a PSA, I'll get tased if you do a PSA about resisting, which again, we started a conversation about young men and the men in blue. There's a community who doesn't see that video. Thank God for the young man who videotaped that. Who doesn't see the video. There's a community out there that listens to Dale Jackson and believes that all police do absolutely right. Well, who's on his show telling them that they don't do absolutely right? Nobody. Well, then I step right up to the plate.
Okay.
So again, the PSA where people say, there is no PSA. There's no PSA. I say, African Americans, don't resist. It's your fault. That's clickbait.
But here's what's interesting about this. When Devin Keith was taken into custody, you know what he did? He didn't resist the police. He did exactly what he was told. By all accounts, it was a very uneventful arrest. Now, I don't know if he's guilty of this. I could guess, and my guess would be probably. And from some reports I've heard, there's other things going on here as well. But the key takeaway from this is, in my opinion, that Devin Keith did not resist. So maybe later on, Devin Keith and I can take the footage of his arrest, the security cameras from inside Walmart of him stealing, and we could use those for a PSA in the future. Devin Keith, that is the offer I'm making you now. I know we've had a little bit of a disconnect in the past, but I think it's very important that everybody follow your example. Black, white, brown, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you're having an interaction with the police officers, whether it's at a Walmart, at a road stop, or anywhere else, do not resist, do comply, and deal with it later. It's not very hard. It's very simple. And kudos to Devin Keith when he was stealing from a Walmart in his district for not resisting. Good job.